What a day. What a day. Cheat, steal, and destroy. Dignity, grace come at a cost. I wrote that. Last night. It's so funny too. The mechanisms and the illusions that they set in front of me are so easy to dictate, or not easy to dictate, but easy to see. It's like foresight wise, meaning like I've been knowing that my account was going to get banned here in the last like couple of weeks. I've been just intuitively knowing, energetically. Given the magnitude in reference to my downloads and my videos and how much I'm like just scratching the surface of the reality of the truth of how entangled it's been in my entire life in reference to handlers, and how they've went at all costs to keep me boxed in, to keep me, well, quite frankly, the whole thing is they wanted me to take my own life. See, as soon as I broke away from my previous job is when it all broke loose. But see, while I worked at my job, they had full control over me. Mind, body, and soul, and spirit. Mind, body, and soul, and spirit. They had control. Not only did they have control of me when it came to my job, but they also had control of me in the lengths of my family. See, I've always been there when it comes to like being that phone call. You know, you have that one person in your family that you call when you're in the brink of need. And my mom always called me. We've been through so much when it comes to my family and different avenues with my father and his illness and all that stuff. And, you know, when it comes to co-signing on loans and giving money and, you know, all this stuff. But those are not narratives that fly out there. They haven't flown those narratives out there in reference to how many loans I've co-signed. The article in the newspaper that I wrote for my father, that's flying out there in the Navarre Gazette. Yeah, go ahead, take you a gander. I'm going to try to find it. It won't pop. Anyways. No, they've painted this narrative as if they've helped me so much throughout my entire life. It's been me. Living in this house that they've so graciously allowed me to live in. And I'm very grateful that they haven't put me out in the streets. But at this point in the venture, sometimes I wonder if I'll be safer out on the streets than I am in the house. And I hate to say that, but that's just how I feel. And I'm entitled to feel that way. And nobody can tell me otherwise. So call it what you want. My little community involvement here. Call it what you want. Put this in your group chat. Go ahead. Put it in your group chat. I'm here for it. Because you know what you say is straight lies, and I'm here to expose them. And I'm going to go to my grave exposing them. And everything that you've done to me in my entire life. And God's been showing me the blueprint in different ways. And golly, I give so much grace to my grandparents. All my grandparents have passed away. All of my grandparents have passed away. And I'm blessed that I see them in my dreams so often. So often. Your mind can play tricks on you. It really can. And when you become so entangled into entrapment, into embezzlement, into decisions you make, that you really literally start believing your own lies. I see that every day. People get to a place in their walk, in their position of life, particularly when they go to church or they consider themselves God-fearing people, because in their mind, they're doing right by God, or they're being coerced to do X, Y, Z, because at the end of the day, there's just, everybody has a particular calling on their life. Everybody has a particular purpose. And then there's also people in this world that runs so along the lack of purpose. And not only that, stealing your purpose, stealing your destiny, stealing your inheritance, stealing. And there's a lot of that entangled in my story as well. That's why it's gotten so big. You know? Cheat, steal, and destroy at all cost. Literally. Blood or not, it makes no difference. Blood or not. I often, different ways, I'm like, is this even my family? I don't know, man. I guarantee you there's probably people out there that feel the same way when it comes to your family. The moment I stopped, I'm so dehydrated. The moment I stopped living my life for them and I started living my life for myself is the moment all fury broke out within my family dynamics and my friend dynamics and my work dynamics. As soon as I started living life for me, standing up for myself, saying what's right and wrong, not allowing people to step on me, not allowing people to belittle me, not allowing people to manipulate me. Manipulation has been such a big culprit of my life, it's not even funny. That's why I can pick up on manipulation so quickly, because it's all I know. It's all I know. It's all I know. And loving with conditions. Loving with conditions. It's so crazy to me. Although I was raised in a scenario where people just love with conditions. Like, I'm going to love you, but you're going to be a religious person like this. I'm going to love you, but you're going to be quiet and you're not going to speak your truth. I'm going to love you and you're going to work at these places. I'm going to love you and you're going to be there for me at every beck and call. But when you actually need me there emotionally, mentally, I'm going to step on you. I'm going to belittle you. I'm going to call you crazy and tell you need to go back on medication. That's what I'm going to do. That's the kind of love I'm going to give you. Is that not toxic love or not? I mean, you put it together. You put it together. That's not love. That's not unconditional love. God does not work like that. And how dare you? How dare anybody in their right mind in this world, if you're on the side of the fence where you talk to people like that, you need to ask yourself, what kind of love is that? What kind of love is that? God would never say that. Jesus would never say that to anyone. You're crazy and you need to go back on your medication. God and Jesus would never speak any type of tongue like that to anyone. Yet we have people in this world that say that to their loved ones, that say that or think that in people just walking down the street, and then say that they're God-fearing people, that they understand God, that they read the Bible. You can't think that nor say that and then consider yourself a God-fearing person. It doesn't operate that way. That's not how God operates. And so when you walk like that, when you think like that, when you talk like that, and that's just one instance, okay? But when you say and think and talk like that, you're running against God. So you will not be able to hear the voice of God. You will not be able to connect with God. You will not be able to walk hand in hand with Jesus. Because that's not how they treat. It literally says, love thy brother, love thy sister. Treat your neighbor how you want to be treated. So let me ask you, that's how you want to be talked to? That's how you want to be treated? Absolutely not. Nobody wants to be treated that way. Nobody wants to be treated that way. So why are we out here treating people that way? You have to ask yourself that. And then you can't be mad at somebody that walks with God and carries a favor and carries an anointingness because they choose not to talk like that. They choose not to. But I'll tell you, they will defend themselves. They will defend themselves. They will advocate for themselves. And I'll do it the right way. So I love you guys. Thank you for all the love and support. I've lost a lot of people that I connected with on my previous page. So I hope that we find our way back to each other. I really do believe that, God will find his way through me reconnecting with those souls that I need to reconnect with. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to put too much energy